Hello, Namaste. Welcome back to my channel. This is 𝐦𝗫𝐞𝐝 here once again and welcome to my channel 𝐦𝗫𝐞𝐝. So, in today's video, I would first give the economic predictions for 2024 for next year, and then I will give the context or the background about why I am giving these predictions about whatever I am saying. So please request all of you to watch till the end of the video. Otherwise, you will not understand, and then you will say that I am talking something out of this and why I am talking. And so that is why. So let's start. For me, the first prediction is that I believe that crude oil may reach $140 per barrel next year. The second, natural gas can reach $4.50 per mmbtu, the price. The third, uranium is, as you can say, in 20-year high, 25 years. It's into the new uncharted territory in the recent times of 20 years. At $73 per pounds. It can go to say 140, means double also. I don't know, but there is this because it's an uncharted territory. It looks like only going up. It's not going to come down. Then fourth is gold. Gold is making historical highs. So it's in the history of it is at the highest point currently also. And I keep on saying since last, if you watch many of my videos in last 4-5 months, that gold seems to be the best asset for currently in the world. And I continue to reiterate that you can still keep on buying gold because next year you will see another history in making for the gold. And another is if you look at say lithium and nickel and all these new generation metals, means which are going to be used for the electric vehicles. So once these energy prices of the conventional energy prices go up, you will see even the prices of this particular metal, which can be kind of alternative, not alternative, but in a way reduce the dependence on the fossil fuels. So that prices of those metals also will go up, which are used in battery making. So lithium, nickel, molybdenum. So this is another thing. Regarding the food, I would say that sugar, because India is also going to be in a bit of a kind of a wobbly situation. So rice, wheat and sugar and oil. Oil of what? This sunflower, olive oil, because Middle East is going to be in that hotspot situation. So Middle East and Russia, Ukraine, so that way it's sunflower and olive oil. So this food item basically, because this is the basic of oil is the basic for making any food. So that's why these food prices also are going to go up. So that is why you will see the inflation, which everybody thinks that it has come down and now it will be in a very benign zone next year. So we can see that stock prices, sorry, it's not stock prices, but interest rate coming down or being brought down by the central banks all over the world, whether it is India, Russia, China, or USA or Europe. But this is my understanding or analysis of the current situation is that because of all this which I talked about, this prediction, right, about energy and all this, it's not going to come down. So you are not going to see interest rate also inflation coming down. So interest rates also will not be coming down. And that is one of the reason I have seen that most of the the stock market charts, if you look at say whether it is USA, Europe, India, China, most of these major stock markets are going to go nowhere, or you can see even in declining trend only, because the real value of the money is going to come down because of the continuing higher inflation. And if interest rate is not increased further, then you will see further erosion of the real value of money if you are holding any of your domestic currency. And because of that, what I see is that another prediction is that cryptocurrencies, will again start getting into the favor. And you will see again cryptocurrencies reaching those highs, which post-COVID we had seen that cryptos had gone to, say, what is that? Bitcoin had gone to historical high of some 60,000 or 70,000. I don't know whether it can go, but definitely it looks the way up only because of all these uncertainties. You will see again cryptocurrencies and people losing faith because value of the money comes down. So people have losing faith in that traditional value of currency, say dollar or rupee, and because of that, alternative is becoming crypto. So more and more favor it will be. So again next year I see cryptos going up, cryptocurrencies. Now these are the basic predictions which I told about, and now the reason or the context of this, that why I am saying that. So as we all of you we know that in the last 2 weeks this in Israel, Middle East, that a lot of war is kind of going on, right, between Israel and Hamas, Palestine, or whatever you say. So, and there are a lot of other proxies also. So one thing is for sure, that if everybody thinks that war will be localized and it will be finished, I keep on telling from the day one that whatever we predict or whatever the general people or view is that it will remain localized, it will finish very shortly, nothing to worry, it always ends up in a different way, whatever, because it's most unpredictable thing, war. And it doesn't remain any region that war or that kind of a big flare up has happened, it doesn't remain localized, because in today's globalized world everything is connected. So all countries and all people will get affected, and it is going to not localize, it is not going to be short term, it is going to be on a long term, this war. It's not going to finish, as I keep on telling in my end, and I have been, in a way, it's still proven right, because from day one I had told that it's not going to finish so fast and so short and with everybody, happy. It's not going to happen. And more it elongates, like prolongs. More and more countries get willingly or unwillingly get involved into this war. So you will see that Iran, USA is trying its best to pull Iran into this war so that they get this chance. US, Israel, this kind of axis, they get this chance to finish, or they think that they can finish Iran for once and for all. But that is where also another is that whatever you think or whatever that strategy, it not necessary, it doesn't happen actually in this way. You look at the best example is Russia-Ukraine. Everybody thought that it is during that local and it will finish in 1-2 months, and you see it's already 2 years almost. Now it will be completing next year, January, it will be completing 2 years, and still it's going on. And more countries have, full Europe got involved, USA is already involved. So this is, it never gets localized. It has repercussions throughout the world. And now with this Israel Middle East theater, Iran will be pulled in, willingly, unwillingly, whatever way, because that is what I think USA wants. And mind well, when I am talking about USA wants, means Israel is actually, people may not like me saying that, but if you look at the history of Israel, how it was created and how it is being run and all these things, what kind of aid it keeps on getting from USA, you can easily say that Israel is not an independent state. It is the vassal state of USA. So it is the USA is the real master of all this, whatever is happening in Israel. So decision is not Israel's decision. It is all about USA's decision. And USA thinks that it can, one war, it is already going on, so it can open up another war and once and for all finish is Iran. But the biggest catch is here is that Iran being a closed country in last 10-15 years because of US's sanctions, right? And UN sanction, whatever you say. So if you will look, nobody knows what is actually inside Iran. Okay, but I can tell you that even if people don't know, I have met some of this, and I know some of the businessmen, Indian businessmen, who are having big businesses inside Iran, and they are there. They come, and then I get that they're saying that nobody knows what kind of arsenal they have produced in last 10 years, means weapons and everything. And I can also vouch that they are very good, if not if not the best, but they are, you can say, that leader in that UV or that unmanned aerial vehicle, means drone technology, which will be very soon. You will see that prowess. We have already seen that in Russia-Ukraine war, where Russia has used Iranian drones. I have met one of the companies, Iranian companies also here in Russia, who have come. This is a private company, and they want to set up here the factory and all these things. So they have visited some special economic zone here in Russia, and that is how I have met and I have understood that it's not some fluke kind of it. They are very good, the master, you can say, in technology. And that is where you can never predict the outcome of this so-called Israel, USA, and if Iran gets into that, what will happen to this Middle East war? It will go on for long. It's contrary to the expectation that USA or Israel can send some missile and finish Iran. It is not going to happen. They have built up so much of missile, so much of drones, and so much of arsenal, which people actually, even I'm just guessing, but it is what is my guessing is up to that it is huge amounts of that stockpiles they have also built up. And so this is going to drag on. And if Iran gets into this, so Strait of Hormuz, what you call that Persian Gulf, where Iran, Qatar, Saudi, Oman and UAE, on both sides of the Strait of Hormuz, you will see these are the major oil producing countries and gas producing countries, and these ship lines pass through this. So it controls around, what do you call, say 25 to 30% of the world's oil and gas, it passes through that. And if that gets involved into, because Qatar is already, a supporter of this Palestine and Hamas, and Iran is a non-supporter, and if they get involved in it, and particularly Iran, so you can just see what will happen to this. That is why I have given my prediction about this energy, this prices. This is one of the main reasons. And people always, it's not about right or wrong, but more and more. And if somebody thinks that, USA can tell Israel to put one nuclear missile on Iran and all finish this war, like what happened in World War II, like they put it in Japan. But mind well, this is not so simple and not so easy. If anything like this happens, you will be sure that they will be separated. Means whoever first puts that nuclear missile, so if Israel or USA does, they will be totally outcasted and isolated in the world everywhere, and all other countries will be against. So this is not going to be so simple geopolitics. That keep in mind. And that is why if this drags on, and then even China has some of its interests aligned with say Iran, and because it's anti-USA, anti-Western policy, right? Anti-USA policy basically. So now look at this, if this Taiwan Strait also it gets into, because if China gets dragged into this conflict in its own separate way with Taiwan, you can very well see that full world. So even if sitting in India, you may see that nothing is going to affect. It doesn't remain like this way. Everybody is going to be affected, and sooner or later, willingly or unwillingly, you all get pulled in. And that is where, if you look at the economy, and then if US gets pulled in, so next year you look at, see how 2024, why I came out with this video, and why all this geopolitical context is very important, because next year is going to be the major elections in all the big major countries, be it USA, be it India, be it Canada, UK, and most of this in European countries already. Some of this recently happened and some is next. So you can be very sure that there is going to be a lot of upheavals and changes, and because of the domestic elections, so every country will be pandering to their domestic voters also in their way. So that is where also this flare up can happen even more. and that is where I think the loss of USD as the currency, what you call the value of USD, also that faith will be still further reducing and depleting, and that is why all these commodities like particularly gold, which I am telling, will be in favor, and bitcoins or whatever the cryptocurrency, what you can say, will be in more favor, and that is where you will see that prices of these commodities go up. And if this China in Taiwan Strait also, so that will also be a major challenging position for what is also called European and Western world. And in India also, like election is there, so this stock market, we are not going to see any major movement in the stock market. In fact, whatever we may see it may be little, all the stock markets. That is why globally next year economy is why I think it's not going to be good because of all this situation, and that is why cash remains the king. Or what if you lose the value of cash because of your local currencies getting devalued more and more, so that is where this gold comes into the picture, or the cryptos, in whichever field you are, if your country allows or whatever, I don't know, I'm talking in general terms. So this is my background about in generally why my predictions about economy, what is going to happen next year, and it's covering all the geopolitics and reasons about it. So if you like this video, you please put a like, and also please give me your comments regarding whether you agree or not and why you don't agree. It would be very nice to know your comments also, so that will also enrich my understanding about the positions. And I have a Telegram channel also, link is below, and for personalized investment and business consultancy, it's on chargeable basis. You can send me mail. My mail details are also in the description box below, and also in the my website is there. You can send it through that also. So that is what I just wanted to share. That's it from my side. Ciao from Neeraj from Moscow. Love you all.